If you've ever watched a personal finance video before, chances are you fell into the rabbit hole of finding out that you are too broke and that you need to up your money. Far too many young people turn to trading or investing as a route for generating income, and in this video I'm going to break down if that is actually feasible and the ways that you can make money on Trading 212. Now this video applies to most investment platforms, not just Trading 212. So if you're on a different account, most of these things will apply to that too. So with Trading 212, essentially there are three ways of generating income. Now I'm sure I don't have to define what income is, but in order to generate a constant revenue or a constant income, there needs to be money coming back to you. Now the first way to make money on Trading 212 is through trading. So just as a caveat, this is not financial advice, and I highly do not recommend you looking at trading as a way of generating a constant income, because I'm going to go through why. So here on my Trading 212 app, I can see a bunch of stocks, and if I just go into high volatility and just pick out any at random, I will explain to you what trading essentially is. So as you can see, through 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, whatever time period, the only certainty about the stock market is that the price is going to go up and down continuously. Now within a day period, as you can see from this graph, there is a lot of change in the value of a stock, indices, or anything else that is traded. If we switch to candle bars here, we can see that within each 15-minute period, there's a lot of change within the value of the stock. So people are buying and selling it. And the goal with trading is actually to buy low and sell high. And also Trading 212 allows you to have this account here called the CFD account. So the contract for difference account allows you to use a wide range of tools that will increase the amount of income that you could possibly earn. Some of these tools include something called leverage. So if you apply a 2x leverage, for example, so that's a ×2 multiplier on your leverage, if the price of a stock goes up by 10%, you will actually receive 20%. However, the biggest disadvantage is that it also works the other way. If the price of something falls by 20%, you will lose 40% of that money. So with CFD trading, you can lose a lot more money than you actually put into your account, which, as you could imagine, a lot of people lose a lot of money trading with CFDs, and that is the main source of income for Trading 212. They make most of their money from people who lose money in CFD trading. Now with normal investing, you can't actually lose more than how much you put in. For example, if I put £1,000 into Aston Martin, which I actually have done, funnily enough, and the value of the company goes to zero, there is a bankruptcy and the value goes to zero, I will lose my entire £1,000 minus any dividends paid out. Aston Martin doesn't pay any dividends. Basically, I will lose all the value of the stocks that I hold after the bankruptcy. With trading or CFD trading, you can lose a lot more than you put in, especially when you start applying high amounts of leverage, for example 10x. You're going to need a lot of buffer money if the price of something goes down. And as we know in the stock market, the price goes down faster than it will rise. For example, the price can drop 99% in a day, but it's almost unheard of a stock to double in a few days. But that can happen with trading because of the fear and greed index. So when people are greedy, they buy a lot. When people are fearful, they sell a lot. So for young people who are trying to make more cash per month, I definitely do not recommend using trading as a way to generate income. It's also worth mentioning that you require a lot of initial capital in order to see any sort of reasonable amount of income per month. If you start with only hundreds or even small amounts of thousands, the amount of income generation you can get even using CFD accounts is going to be very low. Big institutions make a lot of money because they have a lot of capital, and even with small amounts of leverage and small changes in the values of stock, they can end up making millions in a matter of hours. That is not a luxury that you can afford when you're young and starting off with looking at new ways of making more money. So if trading is not the best way to make money from Trading 212, what are the other two ways that I mentioned that you could make potential money or potential income on Trading 212? Now these methods involve investing, so putting your money into a company with the hope that they will provide better value in the future, and as an investment you will generate some income. Now before I start, it's very important to know that there is no such thing as a guaranteed investment at all. When you put your money into a bank account, for example, you are guaranteed money, but there is one party that isn't you that is taking the risk to give you that reward, and as a result bank accounts therefore don't actually pay you that much money. Investing is very different. The value of your investments can go up and down, so your capital is always at risk. So one of the ways that you can generate income through Trading 212 is through investing in companies that pay a dividend. Now a dividend is a cash payout for a company that is doing financially well and they want to reward some of the shareholders, so someone who owns some of their stock, with regular cash payments. So dividends are usually paid out quarterly. This means every 3 months. Sometimes some companies will pay out dividends semi-annually, meaning every 6 months, and in the rare occasion, some companies will be paying annually, which is every 12 months or 1 year. So the amount that you see in the dividend yield as a percentage, you must divide that by the entire year, so this is equivalent to an annual rate of return. Some companies might even be paying every month. However, the dividend yield isn't per month. Please keep that in mind. Now, each company will have a different dividend yield. So for example, Lloyds Bank is paying 5.51% dividend yield. However, I must stress that you should never buy into a company just because it has a high dividend yield. Now, dividend yields can be used by companies to control a lot of different things. A high dividend yield attracts many new investors. However, this dividend can be cut at any point. It's also worth noting that the dividend yield is a percentage of the stock value. So if the stock value then drops by 50%, the dividend correspondingly also drops. So just because a company is paying high dividend does not mean that it's a suitable vehicle or a guaranteed investment for regular income. Now let's talk about a regular income. This is where most people go wrong when they think about investing as a way of regular income, in my opinion. In order to generate £100 of additional income per month and with a dividend yield of 4% a year, you're looking at having a minimum amount of £30,000 invested into a single company that pays 4% dividend yield. Now I don't know about you, but if you're starting out and you're young and you want to be making money regularly, where will you find £30,000? I don't think that's feasible at all. Furthermore, if you put all your money into one company such as Lloyds Banking Group, what could happen is because you're not diversified, the value of your portfolio or the value of your net worth can go up and down so fast throughout the year. Now this is not something very desirable. If you put all your money into a bank and you realize some days it is down by 50% and some days it's up by 30%, you're not going to be a very happy customer. Similarly, putting all your money into one company opens up the risk if the company fails that you lose absolutely everything. It also opens up the risk that if the company cuts the dividends, for example, you're not going to be getting a regular income. You can actually try to get over the diversification problem by investing in ETFs. So if I go into my Trading 212 app and type in dividend, you can see that there are a lot of ETFs that provide a focus on dividend stocks. Let's go into the first one, which is VHYL, which is the Vanguard FTSE All World High Dividend Yield. So ETFs are a way to diversify your holdings, so diversify your net worth. So if you put your money into something like this, the index automatically puts your money across many different companies, meaning that if one or a few companies go bankrupt, you'll still be left over with most of your money. Now, something like the VHYL currently pays around 3.8% in dividends, meaning that you're still going to need around £35,000 in actual holdings to generate an average of £100 extra per month. And I don't know about you, but £100 a month is not going to be paying all the bills, and it is definitely not even going to come close to paying the rent. So realistically, we're looking at, if living in London or a similar city, to generate £2,000 of income in order to actually not have to worry about working. Now, with a 4% dividend yield, we're looking at having an investment portfolio size of £600,000. This just puts everything into perspective, meaning that if you're young and you think that investing is a way of generating income, think again. So the actual reliable way to be making an income through investing is the last one, and that is through capital appreciation. So it is only really when you retire with a lump sum, we're talking about 20-30 years, a minimum from when you start investing, is when you can start to draw down some of those funds through income. Now, if you look at something like this, which is the S&P 500, historically it has always on average given a 9% return. Now, this doesn't mean every year it's giving 9%, or some years it's giving 8, or some years it's giving 11. Some years it gives negative 15%, and the next year it might give 55. So we're talking about averages. In the long term, it's giving around 9%, meaning that even then, when you retire, when you're old and frail, it is still not a reliable means of generating income from month to month. For this reason, when you're older, people start to diversify their portfolios into stocks and bonds. Now, bonds are a guaranteed way of earning money. When you buy a bond, you're lending your money out to an institution. They will pay you your initial amount plus some interest. So when you get older and you want to retire, you're going to have to convert some of your stocks into bonds in order to actually start generating an income. So if you've gone this far into the video and you're young and you want to generate income, you probably have realized that the only way to do this is to actually ride out in the stock market and when it comes to retiring, when you have that massive pot of money, that's when you don't have to worry about working and when you can actually draw down your money as income. This just goes to show that there is no such thing as a get rich quick scheme, and I'm sorry if you were watching this video for me to tell you that there might be a way of that, but unfortunately there is no such thing. Now anyway, if you stick around, if you are serious about generating an income later down in life, especially when you retire, when you are unable to work, then look at this. So this is the S&P 500 from only back in 2017, and as you can see, the value of the S&P 500 has risen 169%. Now if you were lucky enough to have known about investing, you would have consistently kept buying. So for example, you can buy here, 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 here. You keep buying, and the value of your actual investment, so if you had £10,000, £20,000, whatever it was, would have kept going up as a function of time. Not only would the value of your portfolio increase as a function of time, but also most of these ETFs actually do pay out dividends, meaning that you would also have been paid out cash payments every quarter by Vanguard, for example, if you had invested in this fund. And over 10, 20, 30 years, the value of your portfolio goes up exponentially, and this is where the get rich quick scheme actually comes in. The word quick has to be substituted by 30 years, and essentially you realize that there is definitely no such thing as a get rich quick scheme, and whoever's calling you broke just wants something from you. They just want you to work for them. They want you to join their trading firm, buy their courses, and learn how it is to be miserable and rich while they retire and forget about everything. So as you get into the world of investing, you start automatically improving your financial habits and realizing that the only real way to provide yourself with more investments and more security in the future is to actually increase your income via other methods, such as getting a better job, providing more value to the world so that others will pay you for that value, and realizing what is broke for one person is a world of luxury for another. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I will see you in the next video.